So let me go back over to YouTube. I think I may have fixed it. Hey GB, tell me if I got sound now.
I'm not hearing anything on the YouTube stream. That helps.
So let me go back over to
Volume all the way up, Buck, and I'm not hearing anything.
Hey GB, tell me if I got sound now. We got sound.
Whoa, is that the delay?
That's the delay. And Rascal said sound is good.
Yeah, I hear it. It's just really, really delayed now.
Well, it happens a lot. I didn't check today to see what the delay was. Usually a minimum I get is about 7 seconds. It's probably about 15 now.
Mm.
Yeah, it's usually longer than that before we think to look up and see the chat anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and see, that's the thing, is I finally went back to my sound settings. Back when I had the really bad echo a few weeks ago, I turned my sound output off and it didn't work, and I never turned it back on for the Discord window.
Hey, this is a momentous occasion. It was not Spence's fault.
This is true. Spence is working on, actually it says, what is Spence working in? Spence, what are you working in? Your shop, right?
I'm working in my basement.
But he's working on Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Alright, since we got everything now appears to be working.
And I'm just curious, is this the right way on YouTube? I don't have YouTube up.
Yes.
It's not backwards, is it?
Actually, it's on. Let me look on. Now, yours is right.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Discord.
You know, interestingly, let me flip over to the other one.
I have my YouTube paused just so I can see the chat, but I can read Michael Myers Halloween on Spence's desk there, so.
Yeah.
I think you can break out the chat in its own window. Let me check.
I built that Mike Myers a few years ago.
Pop out chat. There we
Yeah.
go.
Where?
So you don't actually get.
Oh.
Crap. Where is it?
Got it.
Subscriptions. If you go over to the chat window and click the 3 dots, it'll say pop out chat. And then I just close the window, so I just have the chat open. What can I do now?
That's what I'm doing. There we go. Save some bandwidth.
Okay. I just fixed my my DroidCam window is now backwards, but my Discord is correct, and so is Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. Donnie.
Is this your left hand?
This is my right hand.
Looks like left to me.
Right, but it's the right hand now on YouTube as well. And yours is correct on YouTube. Your glue is on your right hand side, so it's just mine. Mine is weird again.
You're using that Droid Cam?
Of course.
Yeah, those are always backwards.
Well, you missed it when I first when Donnie and I first got on. I have 4 cameras available right now.
Oh.
I've got 2
You
droid.
picked backward one.
No, they're all backwards. No. I've got 2 droid cams and 2 webcams. Alright.
Damn it.
Oh, great. According to the guys out in the YouTube world, we have an echo.
Hello?
I don't hear that though. I'm here, but I'm not on YouTube.
I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, I don't have YouTube on.
According to the guys out in the YouTube world, we have an echo. I didn't hear an echo. I just checked and I didn't hear an echo. I think the echo is in GB's ears. Maybe.
We'd all start talking in echoes and see what happens.
Let's see.
Hello, hello.
Wait, I hear an echo.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I hate this. I hate when paint is old enough that I gotta peel gunk out of it.
I wish Tamiya would come up with a new kind of lids for their paint.
Yeah, I try to clean those off the best I can, they still stuck.
Yeah, they always get stuck.
Yep.
I'm hearing the echo now, by the way.
Well,
I
yeah.
was.
So Eric's like, there was no issues when I hosted, just saying. So Eric, I think, is volunteering to host next week. That's what I'm hearing. There was no issue when he hosted. It's just he gave up.
Okay.
So Spence, I know you hosted. You had an echo, I think, at one point. Do you know what you did to fix that echo?
I turned off my computer speaker. I turned off. I didn't have sound coming out of my speakers. I had coming out of my headphones because I'm wearing headphones.
Ah.
So there's a chance for feedback.
Well, and Eric just said he's got no echo. He's like, not gave up, delegated. Delegated by just not showing up anymore.
Eric's not hearing an echo?
Nope. Like I said, I think it's GB's ears are echoing.
Every now and then, though, I do hear a little echo when I'm talking.
That's the voices in your head.
No, I hear them a lot. I know them.
And Eric just posted a shit-eating grin about his delegating.
Hey, you do what you gotta do.
Even if it is not doing anything anymore.
He does things, just not on the stream anymore.
Yeah, that's true. He
He's
does.
come along more.
He does some pretty fantastic things too, I have to say.
Yes, he does.
Plays with his dinghy in videos.
Yeah. Made his dinghy then played with it, his ding-a-ling.
Yes. The sad part is Eric has learned the joys of wooden shipbuilding. We may have lost him forever to from plastic.
That's okay. Modeling is modeling.
This is true. Although there is the there is the what is it? Queen Mary 2. I know what Eric's got coming up because I sold most of it to him. Oh.
Nah, he'll get back into lighting and he'll be back on plastic.
Yeah.
You can light wooden models.
Yeah, his Pearl came with lights.
And you guys have seen the video
Or-
of my Pearl, which I need to get back to. There's some serious lighting
have a
inside
Pearl?
that thing. Uh-huh.
When did you get that?
A couple of years ago. I haven't worked on it in a long time.
He's been working on it off and on for a while.
Yeah, I know.
More off than on. Oh, sure.
Greenhead.
We're streaming. Eric's uploading videos.
Oh, I forgot I started doing that this morning and forgot about it. YouTube only takes like 3 hours to download a video.
Yeah. By the way, I love what you did with your Enterprise.
Yeah, like I said, that copper, that came up pretty good.
Yeah,
I
that
think
did
it'll
look
look,
good.
it'll look really good once the top is on it, so it's closed with that light that it still looks like there's too much blue.
Yeah.
But once it's buttoned up, and I don't think I have the paint I used. I just used that Tamiya copper.
Any copper really would work.
Yeah, I just happened that's my copper I had was Tamiya, so I'm like, just some real easy passes with the airbrushing to just do great.
This is what I'm probably going to use. Just because I have it.
Yeah.
And
Actually, for doing that, the craft paints would probably be better because they have a lower pigment density, so that would let the light shine through more.
well, and since they're water soluble, if it's too thick on there, it's a lot easier to clean off.
This is true.
By the way, guys, I am doing something that, for the most part, only a modeler would do. I am painting a part that is gray, but
I've done that.
but just slightly
Yeah.
different shade of gray. And like I said, you guys have done it because you're modelers. It's what we do.
Then we ask ourselves, why did we do that?
So it doesn't look like plastic, of course.
When I use primer on something that's gray, well, that's the same color, so should I paint it? Well, yeah, I gotta paint it anyway. That's just primer.
If you leave it the primer gray, that makes sense, or it makes less sense. But if you're gonna paint over top of it, primer's really good to help it grab more paint.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
I've left things just primer before.
I've left a lot of things just primer. It's gonna be gray, actually gray, black, or white, because those are the primers I have. And I paint it, I look at it, I'm like, I love it, and I never touch it again.
I remember, was it about a month ago when we were streaming, when Eric jumped on with us and he was making fun of me for painting the black plastic on the Batmobile black?
Yep. I did the same thing on my Batmobile. I painted the black plastic black because this is plastic. And you can see that it's plastic, the way it reflects. This is plastic that I just painted. This is almost the same color. And it looks,
You just shoot a little gel coat over it.
yep. It's Model Masters. Flat gray. Flat gold gray.
There is one thing that I've left white plastic, never painted it, and it was a stormtrooper.
One of the Bandai ones.
Yep.
A white's a pain to paint anyway, so if I had something white, I'd probably leave it that way if I could.
And the costume was white plastic, so.
Looks like the my bird.
Hey, Spence, is that Halloween one? Is that the one with the light?
Yeah. Somewhere buried in here. Yeah, this one.
My 350 scale bird of prey, same scale as what you did, Spence. I left it the original green. That was a
Oh, okay.
that was a long
I'm painting
time ago.
my bird of prey. I'm gonna paint it like all black, and all the highlights are gonna be red.
You see, I thought about doing that for like my 1000 scale, like making it black, and then doing like a few layers of the iridescent red to give like a metallic sheen to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just think that would look really cool, and you would think that that's something a Klingon would do.
Oh yeah, stealth ship.
Hot rotten bird of prey.
Yeah. My bird of prey I built.
See a bird of prey pull up beside the Enterprise? You want to run them, man? Come on.
My bird of prey I built back when I was building my first Titanic. It was one of these things of, it was a long, hard build, and I needed something simple, so I just broke out the bird of prey, built it, and I was like, that wasn't too bad. Had a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't built a bird of prey yet.
Well, maybe I'll have to
I
send you
got
one
two of them,
sometime.
'cause I had one, and then somebody gave me one for that Secret Santa.
For a while, the bird of prey was one of those kits that anytime I wanted to buy something, just felt the urge to buy, but I couldn't find anything, I'd buy the bird of prey, because a long time it was $25.
And now the re-releases are kind of hard to find.
Yeah. First one I built was gonna be landed with the Metal Gear until I snapped the Metal Gear trying to put it together, and it would not go back together to save its life. I keep seeing Eric's comment, and I'm like, man, is that his porn star name? The Wooden Pearl.
Well, it's not the pearl, it's going to be the almost pearl for him, apparently.
Yeah. Not quite Pearl. Something else.
Quite the pearl.
Which was,
So the pearl his is going to be the ruby.
yeah. Well, the funny thing about the Pearl, as it was built for the movies, is it's not a real ship at all, because it's a combination of 2 or 3 different types. I forget what they were, but I read it one time that it's
One of them was the Miss Washington, which is here in Seattle. That they used that Miss Washington for parts of the Pearl and parts for, I think it was the Endeavor.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's funny that he's making it not quite the Pearl, because the Pearl is not quite a ship.
So by making it not quite the Pearl, he's making it the Pearl.
Exactly.
I was thinking if I could find a wooden ship and then make it the Davy Jones ship, the Flying Dutchman.
That would
That'd
be
be
cool.
cool.
I think there might be, don't quote me on this because I don't know for sure, but I think there might be a Flying Dutchman kit out there already.
I thought I saw a plastic kit.
Yeah, there is a plastic one it's a glow-in-the-dark plastic.
Yeah.
It's in my stash. When I made my plastic Pearl, eventually the plan was and still is to build that one up and put them next to each other after I repair the Pearl.
You broke
Because,
the Pearl?
well, moving broke the Pearl. It's not too badly damaged. The sails actually came through a lot better than I expected. The upsetting part is one of the lanterns on the back of the ship broke off, which means it's extensive work to fix that if I try and fix the lantern.
Well, do what Eric does and just blow it apart like it was in the battle and you don't have to worry about it.
There is that. And then it all depends.
Just blow it up and then you make a diorama.
It all depends on the mood of the LEDs inside the wooden Pearl. I've got one lantern that sometimes doesn't want to light.
It just means that person's asleep.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is they're all inside the same hole. It just means that one has not been lit.
That one ran out of fuel.
Right, no oil. Because the rum's gone and so is the oil.
Yes. Speaking of which, I'm very sad. The beam's almost gone and so is the fireball. Okay.
Nah. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Time to put together my alien. What is this part?
What are you working on, Pop?
F-16.
Oh, okay.
I've just got a part here that I'm looking at that I'm not positive what it is. Looks like it says M2. I think I know what it is, and I'm like, it should be a little bit bigger than that, I think. I'll be damned. It's not what I thought it was, but it's actually pretty impressive that they put that in there.
What is it?
$700 ice cream scoop.
Yeah, no. So this is supposed to be a D model, which an F-16D, which I've looked at some of the things and they're not quite exactly right. But this little piece right here is, the canopy is double the length on a D model F-16, and what that is for is it goes in the center of the canopy.
To extend it?
Right here. This pole, and this is correct, this pole would normally hit the back of the C model canopy and lift it. Well, because of the second seat and the extended canopy, this takes the place of that pivot point and this actuator actually comes up behind the seat.
Nice.
I don't know, have I told the joke yet? I'm sure I have, about why they keep the pitot tube, or it's the pointy end of the airplane. Let me see, where's the picture? This part right here, hang on, that part right there is the pitot tube. It's it's air data at the front of the airplane. You know why they keep that shiny on F-16s, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
sticking the nose in the ground?
It sticks in better. As mechanics, we used to call them the lawn dart. Eric should be paying attention right now because I'm about to paint the pilot, the pilot and the rear cockpit guy, which means minis.
That's right.
This fiber optic is driving me crazy.
Huh. So Donnie, remember how we were talking about I snapped that one piece off the tail of the airplane?
You just snapped the other one?
No? But,
Oh, you can't find it.
well, right now I can't find it. No, it's over here. Should be. That'll be up there, it is. So there's a reason why it snapped off so easy.
It's supposed to?
It's optional. There's the closed speed brakes. There's the open speed brakes.
Ah.
I will be doing my speed brakes closed because I don't want to try and put that little stinking actuator in there. It is so small.
Come on, where's your sense of challenge?
No, my sense of misadventure.
Or you have no sense at all.
Well, yes, I'm full of nonsense. So I'm sitting here looking at these pieces, and I've got this one piece. Oh, okay, never mind. That's why they 1/72nd scale is really small.
It is. That's a 1/78 scale F-16?
170, or no, actually it's a 1/48 scale.
Oh, it looked awful big for
But this
1/72.
right here, I can't even get it to focus well enough. That's an antenna.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a grain of rice is about 3 times the size of it. Apollo, go. Go, buddy. I just got invaded by my grandson's dog.
What kind of dog does he have?
I don't know what the actual breed is. It's just a big ball of white fluff. He's about 35 pounds now, on his way to 70.
Wow. Did Shoe's video freeze?
Looks that way. It did for a second while ago, but then it started going again.
I see movement.
I do not.
I don't.
Oh wait, no. I was looking at Donnie's. Actually, with where Shoe's at, I think he might have got hit by a sudden ice age.
Yeah.
That would be Eric.
Yeah, there is that. But Eric's is not. There's nothing sudden about it. It's just around the corner all the time.
This is true.
Shoe, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not moving.
Huh. I'm moving when I see myself in Discord.
Interesting. Yeah, because your video looks like it's frozen.
Huh.
Eric says he had to get food, now he's back.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
Yeah, Eric, you gotta share, man. You're always wanting to share your weather.
Is that better?
Yep. I don't know what you did,
That's
but you
better.
started moving.
Oh, movement.
Reboot.
That is looking cool, Shoe.
It is. So, Eric missed his porn star name, I think.
What's that?
Wooden Pearl.
No.
Oh, come on. Why not, Eric?
No, Apollo, come here. Apollo, come here. Apollo, come here.
Well, says is all he shares.
Yep. Well, I don't think any of us shared with his snow last week.
No,
No.
we didn't. We marked it return to sender.
We
She was done here this year.
here we
Unless
took
you're in the mountain.
we took a little bit of it here and sent it and turned it into rain.
Yeah, we had that.
Oh, you're welcome. I sent that to you.
That's better than snow.
Yep.
Snow in May is not good.
No. Of course, neither is 90 degrees.
Do what?
Neither is 90 degrees in May.
True, but I'd rather have that than the snow.
Yeah.
I prefer not to have 90 degrees at all.
Yep.
I would too, but I'll take the little bit we get here in Tennessee.
By the way, Donnie, I know why Eric wanted so badly for me to get into minis.
Why is that?
I ain't doing it, man. I'm not taking over the Friday minis.
Come on, Buck.
No, Eric's got to do something. Of course, you know, once his back is better after his surgery, He's going to stream 7 days a week. Nobody's going to have a chance.
Probably. But that's fine.
I'm doing a lot of work on Flash on this guy that is going to be down inside the cockpit where you're not even going to see him.
Yeah, we do that too. We'll always paint a lot of stuff nobody's ever gonna see.
But we know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll spend like hours painting something and go, oh, well, nobody's ever gonna see this, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, like the entire interior of this B-17.
But you know it's there, Donnie.
Exactly.
And with the
You
lights,
can tell people, man, the interior looks really cool. I know I painted it.
Exactly.
well, with the lights you're putting into it, if there are any windows whatsoever, you can look inside a little bit.
This is true, but unfortunately, with the clear plastic that Revell supplied, and I can't figure out a way to. Well, actually, I had already glued some of them in before I noticed it, but it's like looking through a Coca-Cola bottle.
I don't know if it's on YouTube or somewhere, that they went and bought a real cheap vacuum form deal at Hobby Lobby.
That was Ken Spriggs.
Yeah.
I think he did that. He did that for his 3D printed Dave Bowman. He needed like a helmet visor for it.
Well, because, there used to be really cheap kids one, but now the ones I've looked at are like $300. I'm like, that's not a bad deal.
So, Donnie,
Yes.
you do end up with plastic like this every now and then, don't you?
Yes, but the windows are supposed to be flush on the outside.
Yeah, there is that. Or you
How
can,
about doing that? But then they would be recessed.
well, you can do the George Lucas thing too.
Leave them out.
Yep.
Just leave them out.
Yeah. Well, my Millennium Falcon, I had the
Yes.
had the windows in that for the longest time, and every time I bumped the nose of the cockpit for anything, it fell apart and the windows just flew everywhere. So finally, I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm leaving them out."
Took
That's
a
why I
break.
don't put windows in filming models, because they glare from the cameras.
Right. I think it would look okay without the windows, except the main front window that wraps around.
Yeah. Well, there's certain windows you're gonna have to put in there.
Yeah, I already had half of these in when I figured it out, so I figured what the hell. If I can't see in, at least the windows will light up.
Aren't you building a Falcon as well, Mark? Or didn't you build one?
Yep.
Did you leave your windows out?
No, I put them in.
Well, like I said, every time I even look at the cockpit wrong, that cone flies off.
Yep.
First time I saw that, it was like, oh,
Maybe
that
you
is
should
so
only
cool.
Look at it right.
What'd you say, Donnie?
You said every time you look at it wrong, the window falls out. I said, well, maybe you should only look at it right.
Yeah, there's that. But yeah, the first time I saw that, I was like, that looks so cool. And I talked to my wife, and I said, what do you think? And she said, go ahead. So now I'm on the 5th part work, or 6th. That's the one thing, once you start doing those things, you're done. You're going to do them all. Yeah, I'm on the 6th one. Enterprise is number 6. Once the last of the Terminator parts come in, the Bismarck will be number 7.
You still wait for the Batmobile.
Yes, that'll be number 8. And the Batmobile should come out because this is like the second time they have announced it. Just drives me nuts that they keep doing that, announcing it to see if they're going to get enough people interested. If you got enough interest that you have to do a second test, I'm thinking you probably got enough interest that you should be doing it.
Think so.
Yeah, but their bean counters probably say, oh, we gotta have this many. Not 4 less. We gotta have this many.
Yeah.
That's what drives me crazy at work. Like, we'll get off 30 minutes early one day, 20 minutes early the next day, work all day the next day, and we're like, why can't we just work till 4 o'clock every day, take the extra units we built, and then take those all off of Friday and get off like a couple hours early on Friday? No, we've got to have this many every day.
That makes a lot of sense. That's why you're not doing it.
But to them, they have to have that exact number every day.
That's kind of like they do the same thing in aircraft maintenance.
Have to have an exact number every day.
Exact number of lines. And it can get crazy with how they do lines.
Really?
Yes. And it was one of my units. It was kind of fun. One time when we were TDY to Torrejon, Spain,
Right?
we tried to break the record for small unit number of sorties in one day. But we ran out of crew rest. We had the planes, we didn't have the pilots. So we only got 102 sorties that day, and we tied the old record, which belonged to us.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. 102 sorties with only 20 aircraft is pretty impressive.
With only 20 aircraft?
Yeah. It's 5 flights per airplane.
Wow.
That's a quick turnaround.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to say what they were doing as well was the first line would go, the first 6 or 10 lines would go, and they'd hot pit, which is refuel without shutting down the airplane, pilot's still in the seat. And when you hot pit, what you usually do is the pilot will go right back up after he's got gas.
That looks like an accident waiting to happen.
What, hot pit? Not at all. It's very choreographed, it's very designed to be safe. You've got a fire guard, you got a guy on the pantograph, which is the fuel nozzle. You got a guy out front. 3 people on each hot pit, and then 1 pad dad, so 7 people out there. We can refuel 2 airplanes at a time. The only incident that I was anywhere near close to on the hot pits was when we had a plane that was waiting to get on the pits, had a dual hydraulic failure. He just kind of, he rolled into the berm, or rolled into the barrier, and if the barrier had not been there, he'd ejected because it was about a 45-degree angle down the hill.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been a hell of a ride.
Yeah. If he'd ejected late, he would have hit trees. And that was how I met
Kenny's in the chat.
Fighter jets are tough.
Well, that was how I met one of my squadron commanders, because she came out and she's like looking at the, kind of surveying the scene, and I walked up to her and I said, "Ma'am, I'm looking at that airplane because it hit the radome, the nose of the airplane." And I said, "The way that radome is damaged, if we pull that plane straight back, we're going to rip the radar antenna off. If we crane it, or if we're very careful about it, we probably can save the radar antenna, because the radar antenna, when it's stowed on the ground, is in a certain spot, and it looked like the airplane was, or the nose was not going to hit that." That was quite ballsy for a young buck sergeant.
You don't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, she was actually very receptive.
Well, if you're right about something, you're right about something.
Yep.
It's true.
Because I've done that with officers before too, where you're trying to tell them something and they just in their own heads. And you're like, if I'm right, I'm right. I'm not challenging you, I'm just telling you you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about because you didn't handle this at the academy.
Yeah.
One time they didn't listen, they trucked the helicopter off the flight deck.
Hopefully into the ocean and not to another part of the ship.
No, it was in the ocean. And then when they tried to pick it up, since the flight deck officer didn't know that the nose of these dolphins were all honeycombed, the water rushed in and added double the weight. So when we told him the crane can no longer lift that, he went and lifted anyway. So he lifted it, it ripped the props off, the engine off, and fell in the ocean. We never found it again.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that guy's now running the Coast Guard.
Well, that's like our lieutenant during an exercise at Spangdahlem. Lieutenant crashed a truck at the beginning of the shift. Then he crashed the Pro Supers truck at 11:59, and at 12 o'clock he was a captain.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny joined. Hey, Kenny.
What's up, Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny.
Apparently we're being too loud for Spencer because he typed to Kenny, "Hey, Kenny."
Oh, I just saw it and I was like, eh.
Well, Spencer's like me. Y'all were talking about everything that happened in the military, and I'm like, wasn't in the military. I'll just be quiet right now.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I like
No,
listening.
it's fine. Don't worry
I
about it.
just don't have anything to add.
Well, you guys know how it is, or I think you would. You get two old graybacks together, and we tend to swap lies.
And
Yeah, I like listening to it. I just don't have anything to add. So
Yeah.
I'm just mucking around with epoxy sculpt right now, so.
What are you sculpting?
Together.
Oh, I'm just filling in really nasty gaps and whatnot.
Well, yeah. Have you put together the Mike Meyer yet?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that dude had some real big time gaps.
Yeah, right now his neck is like the worst one, but the porch also has some nastiness.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of roughing it in. I'm not going to get too crazy with it because it's a Halloween group build. Just have fun.
Yeah. I'm glad I ended up auctioning off the one I did at a Halloween party.
I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for the Halloween group build.
I'm just trying to get done with the World War II group build in time to do the Star Trek one. Of course, they'll probably already be done if I hadn't decided, hey, let's add lights.
That's what I always do is I take a skill level 3 or 4 kit, add lights, and usually it ends up being a skill level 7 on a scale of 5. That's why I could put lights in the F-16. But I'm not going to. I would rather, if I lit it, go with a 1/24th scale. Which I did about 100,000 years ago, a 1/24th scale F-16 with lights and sound.
I've seen the 132nd. I didn't know they made a 124th.
It's been 25, 30 years since they have.
That would be really cool to build.
Yeah.
But back in those days, they didn't have scale. They just made it.
Yeah. All right. I'll be
Back in the
back.
days of box scale.
Yes, box scale, which.
Does it fit in any of the boxes we have?
Pardon? Hey Charlie, how you doing?
Maybe I should have Kenny build me a new porch out of wood.
There you go.
It wouldn't take long in 8-hour blocks.
No? He builds me a porch, I'll make him a thunder and lightning board.
There you go. Southern hostage. You want lightning? I want wood.
Welcome to your deal.
Yes, Kenny, I said wood.
There's a sensor.
Alright, Kenny, I probably will be working on the thunder and lightning board in the not too distant future.
Hey, you know, he can't work on anything anyway because he doesn't have a shop, so.
Now, isn't the Thunder and Lightning board scheduled to come right after the complete refit board?
I don't know. You have to ask Kenny.
Well, we can't leave that up to Kenny.
Or the sequence board, the flash board.
Kenny says his brain melts every time you guys start talking about what you're going to do with the boards.
Oh no, like he could talk about what he wants till cows come home. But when we say, okay, well, we got to do this, and then he says, okay, bye.
Oh, technical stuff again. I'll catch you guys later.
So, one thing about the lightning board, I was just catching up on what was said in the chat. One thing about the lightning board that I said to Kenny, I don't know if you saw that yesterday, Spence. That lightning board, anybody who builds a damaged starship is going to be able to use that as well, because the lightning is just basically random sparking.
Yeah. You just won't make use of the sound.
Yeah.
Eric, put one of those in the rust bucket.
Yep. That's actually what I was thinking. And now Eric is sitting there going,
Well, that would be like kind of cool for my Godzilla if you had one. For the buildings in the background.
Oh yeah, that would work.
That's what I was thinking. I wanted to put kind of lights and stuff in there so they're kind of flashing and flickering.
Eric said, or Kenny said, yes, Eric and I, or Paul and I leave the conversations. You know, Eric is now sitting there in the background going, what can I use this other board for?
I need better light.
It's kind of funny too. Eric and I were talking earlier today, and pretty much we've agreed upon the fact that with my stash, I will own him forever if I start selling models. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw that I posted in Discord. I've decided that when I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away a free lifetime subscription to the HLI community.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice of you.
Very generous.
Outstanding, and you know, not everybody would care that much.
Yeah. What's funny is if I actually do that in a video or say something like that in a video, a bunch of people are going to subscribe going, ooh, free stuff!
Yeah, free stuff, free stuff. Well, then here's the free link to HLI.
Exactly.
And in the moment you give it away, they all subscribe. Oh, I didn't win it, so okay, goodbye.
Yep. I have kicked around doing some sort of a giveaway for 100 subscribers, but I'm thinking more along the lines of 250 or 500. That way I've got a couple of years before I have to worry about it.
I'm still trying to get 250.
250? Oh, you're trying to get 250.
It took me about 8 years.
So,
I have 25 now.
as far as I've seen, I think what you need to do is one of 3 projects: the Titanic, the Enterprise, or the Pearl, because those are the ones that I got a lot of hits off of.
Just on mine, most of my videos have 15, 20 hits, something like that. But my review of the Academy Corsair
Uh-huh.
is over 200 now. And my review of the Enterprise E is almost 200 now.
Cool.
The rest of them go up to like 20, 25 and just sit there forever. I don't know why those two went up so much, but I'm not complaining.
Well, hang on. I'm going over to mine. I do it on my phone, but my phone is my camera right now.
Same.
Let's see.
Tyson Tree.
Tyson, go.
Tyson Tree.
Top video for the last month is the part 3 of the Enterprise D.
Who's in that Enterprise? Gee.
And I want to say, I can't do it right now. I don't want to mess up the stream. I want to say that one of my Titanic videos has over 500 hits on it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, there's certain things that you have, if you stream them, especially, the Titanic is huge these days.
If you stream them, they will come.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. I've been missing the chat. Lots of going on there. Okay. Oh, Eric had said I have to find a place to buy them. Talking about my models. Let's see. Paul and I leave the conversation. Paragraphics JT graphics sets. Everybody say best wishes to Kelly because the Moderna has knocked her ass into bed.
Get better, Kelly. Get well soon.
Please don't last too long.
Yeah. And Kenny, the easiest way that I found to strip chrome off of parts is I forget, Super Clean, the purple stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, Purple Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, just additional, let it go.
Dip it in there and just let it. And I know you've got an ultrasonic cleaner, so that would even, that would be double the power.
Yeah, that would work better.
I finally emptied one of these things.
You know what people are excited.
Still working on my first roll.
Yeah, well, this first one took quite a while.
I've even been using it to make digital camouflage on this little towel.
Cool.
Come on, camera, focus. There we go.
So this afternoon, once we're done streaming, well, I want to stream till like 8 o'clock, guys, because once we're done streaming, I have to go and finish the porch.
Oh, so this is going to be an extra long stream?
Could be. Actually, I told my wife it would probably be around 3 o'clock that I worked on the porch. Yesterday I built it's not even really a porch, it's the patio. Yesterday I built a frame. Today I have to, or 2 frames actually. Today I have to put the frames up and then attach them in the center and then put fence pieces on them, fence slats. This is the easy side. The hard side is going to be trying to figure out how to do this exact same thing, but leaving one side open and not drilling holes in my concrete.
No problem.
You know you want to drill holes in the concrete.
I know I should, but I also know that the previous owners, when they put that in, I went out and priced the concrete that they put in because it's the pressed concrete and it looks like cobblestones and everything else. I'm not, I will drill a hole and modify a $1,600 model, but I'm not big on drilling holes and modifying a $20,000 chunk of concrete. Something about that just seems wrong to me.
Oh, come on, live dangerously.
That's the thing, is I can't afford to redo it if I screw it up.
Sure you can, you just have to put Batmobile on hold.
I'll have to sell Eric.
Eric, I got some more models for you.
Okay, Kenny went and looked. Wow. So his biggest was how to strip chrome parts. Oh, okay, that's what I misread it. His biggest video ever was how to strip chrome off of parts using the just how to strip chrome off of parts. My biggest video is the Titanic Part 2, which was is the only part that I've done on after Part 1. 820 views.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe I know how to grow my channel. I get back on the Titanic.
Just every keyword, you gotta put Titanic on every keyword.
Yeah.
My highest was the very first one I posted 8 years ago. I'm up to 958.
And the title of it is, if you watch this video, you'll make money. Now, which one was it?
The 1,000 scale second pilot enterprise. Next highest one was the little AMT 3-ship set that I did last year, and that's 220. They all sort of max out at around 200.
I mean, the stuff you do is outstanding.
It is.
But I do slideshows mainly, so
Yeah.
Yeah, my highest viewed video is still the Academy Corsair. It's 228 now, so.
If I could get my
Maybe I should buy more Academy models.
If I could get my live streams down below 90 minutes, they'd probably get more too.
my fastest growing video over a 30-day period was the 2500 scale disco prize. Which was like my fastest build and like the one I put the least amount of work into. Ever.
People like those little 2500 scale models, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus Star Trek Discovery was kind of still. I think people were waiting for the big 1,000 scale one too at that point.
I need to get that one. Other than the J.J. Abrams, that's the only Enterprise I don't have.
Oh, the Rebel kit?
Yeah. And it's just going for stupid prices now.
I've got a couple somewhere, and it's my stash.
Wow.
I like. There was a point where it was like, okay, I'll build it now, and then every time I went looking for like paint masks or something, they were always sold out, so I just kept putting it off.
So you guys remember that little antenna I showed earlier?
Yeah.
Let me move the chat so I can make sure this is actually in focus. That little bitty hole there is where that antenna goes. Yeah.
I would not put that on until one of the things or it'll
Yeah.
break that off.
I did that on my course. I put an antenna on too early and kept breaking it off. So I was like, well, okay, it got shot off in flight.
I don't remember if that's the
Battle damage.
I don't remember if that's the upper UHF or the upper TACAN antenna.
I think you're. Oh, never mind. You started moving now.
What?
I
Who?
was
Huh?
gonna say I think Shoe was froze again, but he unfroze.
Oh, okay.
Eric said, I can get more views than Ken if I strip. Wait, this is about models.
No, nobody wants to, you know, I've made that comment before about there's a reason why I always wear a shirt no matter how hot it is in the garage when I'm doing a video. Because nobody can unsee that.
You know, Henny could set up an OnlyFans where he just builds models naked.
No. Can't
Yes.
unsee that. So I'm listening in the house.
That's just wrong in so many ways.
Yep.
You know, the first thing you do is cut with an X-Acto knife.
So I'm listening upstairs at Jordan's dog, talking to him, saying, "Why aren't we back outside? We just came inside. Let's go back outside. That was fun. Come on, let's go outside." It's funny how puppies do that.
Yep.
For some reason, that dog has no concept of need to play Warcraft. So Kenny said, laugh my ass off, no one wants to see me stripping. I don't know why nobody would want to see Kenny stripping. We watched him play with his wood for 8 hours.
Well, that's different than stripping. I'd get him ready to keep his clothes on. I'm actually pretty impressed that they left the gun port here open, that it's a separate piece. You know, the masking I'm doing right now is the easy part. I'm going to probably try and freehand the actual paint job on the airplane itself, because the hardest part is going to be right there.
On the canopy.
Not on the canopy. If you see right here by the it's on the gun port, by the gun port here, up by the canopy there, where the shade of gray changes.
Yeah.
That's a that's not a hard line. That's a smooth curve, and it's a fade.
Airbrush time.
Yep. Oh, that's definitely going to be airbrush. It's just like here on the back of the airplane, it's one gray, and on the back, and then on the sides, it's the other gray, and that gray is also the gray on the bottom. I still think it's amazing that I managed to find a airplane that I worked on.
This is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So including when I first started masking this thing and broke off that one speed brake, 45 minutes to an hour of masking, about 12 seconds in paint.
That's where you should go.
Yep. And I'm not going to airbrush this. I'm lazy. I have black primer. Rattle can. We'll just right over top of that. Okay, this is gonna suck.
Oh, you moron.
The canopy has the rails molded in.
Yeah, that's the way most canopies are. Or
That's-
the ones I've done anyway.
Yeah, I still don't like it. So the first thing the canopy gets is a good coat of Future, because there's some nice scratches on it.
You know, you can buff those out with toothpaste. Unless they're real deep.
Yeah. I could also try the my buffing wheels in the buffing compound that came with my new toy.
This is true.
Oh, it actually came with buffing compound?
Yep.
Huh.
I looked at this one of the little round tubes that you have the discs in, and it has this green paste looking stuff on it. So I had to look and see what it is. It's buffing compound.
Yep.
Nice.
And actually, what I can do is use one of my real Dremels that goes up to 30,000. I can just eat a hole right through the canopy.
There you go. That'll get rid of those scratches.
It'll get rid of the whole canopy.
Well, there you go, bud. Like you said, you don't read windows anyway.
Exactly. Going cold mic for a minute, guys, while I paint.
I gotta bag out, guys.
Alright.
Alright,
So, I got most of the guy done.
That looks good.
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I think I'm gonna throw maybe a wash on to dull down the purple, but other than that, I think it's good.
That looks real good.
That is really cool.
Thanks. It's not a miniature though.
That's
But
okay.
It's kind of a mini.
It's a big miniature.
It's a maxi miniature.
Okay, you guys have a good rest of the day. We'll talk to you later.
Alright, you too.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Yeah, there's one thing I hate about epoxy sculpt, and that is I always wind up making too much.
Yeah, I do the same thing with green stuff.
Yeah. Like, I think I need this much, and then it's like 4 or 5 times too much.
Right. Or you actually try to make as little as possible and still end up with too much.
Yep.
Okay, back from cold mic. I had a moment there that I was like, now what am I going to do? Because I looked and I looked and I couldn't find any flat black. I thought I was cold mic. Did you guys hear that?
Nope. I didn't hear.
Eric said sweet sounds of rattle cans.
Oh. But I didn't hear anything.
Weird. Don't understand why these guys have holes in their backs.
They've been shot?
No, I think they're not actually F-16 pilots. There's a
It
spot.
could be just to save plastic.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
The back of the pilot's never going to be seen. It's against the seat, so we can just put a little less plastic there.
Yeah,
Could have been where they also one of the spots where they push the plastic out of the mold.
yeah.
Right.
So it literally looks like it's a keyway with a pin in at the base of the hole.
Yeah, like Spence said, that could be where the ejector pin was.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking and I don't see anything that says it should have been. There should be a piece there. What do you guys think of my high-tech drying rack?
Nice.
I had to go all the way to the garage and cut that off of a block of foam.
Oh.
So,
Man, you ran a perfectly good block of foam just for that?
yep. So it looks like we need to send some sun to Kenny. He says it's been pouring here for 3 days.
It rained here yesterday, but it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because I think you and Kenny more than you, get my weather. Because it rained this week a lot.
I don't mind your weather. I just don't want Eric's.
You know, like they say, sharing is caring, and Eric likes to share, but nobody cares.
But he's not going to share his food, only his weather.
Yeah, exactly. For a second there, I was concerned because I didn't know where my decal water was. I'm lazy, okay? I use the same water over and over.
Water. You mean your rinse water?
No. Decal water.
Oh,
which actually, and understand, Paul has returned. Understand that I am well behind on videos. I watched videos about 5 months late because I've got so many in my queue. So it's recently to me. Recently, Boyd talked about how he no longer does water, or he no longer has a bowl that he keeps his water in. Now he's just, yep, he spritzes them instead.
I keep meaning to try that, but
I've done it a little bit. You know, I've taken a decal, sat it on the paper, and just to see how well it would go. It actually works, but it takes a long time.
oh, when I was building that Black Widow, those Revell decals,
Mm-hmm.
chuck them suckers in the bowl of water, and they would have to sit there about 3 minutes in the bowl.
So I'm looking. Oh, there they are. I'm sitting here. I know there was some little bit different instructions than just decal instructions. I'm looking for them. I'm like, where are they? Here they are. And it's written really small, so people that are buying this stuff can't read it very well.
Maybe that's the point.
Yeah. Using decal softener is not recommended, as this will just dissolve the decal completely.
Is that on the regular decals or the 3D ones?
The 3D ones.
Oh yeah, don't use Microsol or anything like that.
No.
Warm soapy water. All has returned. Probably not, Kenny. Although now I think it should be May showers brings June flowers.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the rains were really late this year.
That's because Eric kept sending us his cold.
So what we need is somebody that's in Texas to send Eric some highly humid rainy weather. Or
Yeah.
highly humid hot weather, actually.
Doesn't Dana live in Texas?
She does.
I think she, although I think she was complaining about the rain, so.
Yeah, the problem with Texas is humid and hot, even when it rains.
Yeah.
I remember when we went to visit my aunt and uncle in Houston when I was a kid.
You know, you're right, Kenny. That handrail looks really frickin' tiny compared to Michael.
It does.
Let me look here real quick. I mean, if you want to build one for me, Kenny, out of wood, I'm more than happy to.
Maybe he just has really small handrails on his porch.
You're right. I mean, like, if you do this without. So that's basically foot level. Yeah, his hand doesn't even come down to the rail. That's comical.
So is the rail too small, or
Rail?
are they trying to?
It's too small.
Well, or are they trying to emphasize that Michael Myers is really big?
That's true. He is pretty tall. That could be it. Making him larger than life.
You know, that's the thing is, they did it with Jason. They did it with Michael. Anytime you're evil, for some reason, you grow really big.
Except for Freddy Krueger.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because Freddy Krueger was burned alive. The bigness got burnt out, I guess.
Because he did all of his bad shit in your dreams. He didn't have to be big.
Yeah,
That's true.
and finger knives. Who needs big when you got finger knives?
Right.
Cool.
That's true.
Kenny says he's going to be laying wood again for Michael Myers build.
Another 8-hour stream.
He was talking about the
Better be.
possibility. You know, once he gets back up, if he ever figures out how to join this, we could do an 8-hour Discord.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, that's pretty. It's not quite the way it is in real life. There's actually a little bit of a sheen to it in real life, but that's pretty.
Nice.
Oops.
Yeah, you could always hit it with a quick layer of like semi-gloss.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should have covered this part back here too. That's
A
okay.
little overspray.
Yep. Well, and overspray on a part that's going to get repainted anyway. I'm more concerned with how badly it bled up here in the front.
Hopefully not too bad.
Michael is supposed to be 6'7". So he'd be about 3 inches taller than me.
I didn't know you were that tall. Good Lord, man. What did your parents feed you as a kid?
Lots of fruits and veggies, actually.
Well, and I'm actually saying that kind of jokingly because my son is about 6'4" as well.
Who's 6'4"?
My son.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about 5'10" to 5'11", depending on which convenience store I'm robbing it. I mean, coming out of at the time. My wife is about 5'6", and Nicholas is 6'4".
I'm about 5'5".
That's about how tall my mom is. My dad used to be as tall as me, but he's shrunk a little.
Now, if he's like me,
Weird how that happens, ain't it?
if he's like me, he didn't shrink. He stopped growing up. He started growing out.
Yeah, he actually lost a lot of weight last few years, so. Yeah, I don't have a gut. I don't have a gut. It's just that all my chest muscles sank.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There is one really small spot of bleed that's going to get repainted anyway. That is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And I don't think the camera's picking it up. There's, like I said, there's one really small bleed spot right there.
Yeah, but that can be
Yeah.
fucked up.
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Did you paint the body yet?
The body? No.
Are you going to?
Yeah. See,
I think I would have painted that first and then painted the black.
well, see, there's a madness to my method. You know that.
You gonna put the canopy on and then paint the body?
Exactly. I'm gonna literally tape the entire canopy off so that it doesn't bleed, and then actually put the canopy on like that. Paint the airframe, and then go from there.
Nice.
Probably we'll paint the rails. Rails are going to be painted by hand, and the rail here, or the bracing here, and the bracing here are going to be black magic marker.
Not magic marker.
Yes. Okay, Sharpie.
You ever watch Flory Models?
I've kind of watched them a little
Yeah.
bit.
He has some kind of paint pens that he uses like all the time for stuff like that.
And I think actually that's how we ended up doing this, was because Eric was like, Flory Model is cool. Let's do this.
Probably.
And then
I
Eric
didn't like Flory Models.
And then Eric went away. Eric, where are you? Are you still here? He's not even on the stream anymore.
It abandoned us.
Yep. Oh, these evil eBay emails that says, this is almost yours, go bid on it. And I'm like, no. Other things are taking up my money right now.
Yeah, I get those too. Or hey, you looked at this one time 3 years ago. Are you still interested?
Yeah, but one of them that's on there, the Buenos Aires tram that I am looking at from Ochre, somebody has it for, oh, never mind. I was going to say somebody has it for $145, and I thought it included shipping, but no, it's it's another $25 in shipping. I can get it for cheaper than that straight from Ochre. That's what I need to start building some more of too. Actually, I need to pull the one that is half done out and start working on it.
What, streetcars?
Uh-huh. One of them that I've got has a I lost my mind. Diorama that I bought with it.
Are you gonna name it Desire?
No.
I couldn't help it.
I know. No, I have.
Low hanging fruit.
Yep. I have all of the trams that they make except for two. One's the one they just put out. The other one is one that kind of looked at it for a while and went, and my wife and I talked about it, and we're both in the agreement that when I have the fundage, I need to buy it as well because I have all of them. Okay. I keep delaying. I've been working up to these decals for a while, and I keep kind of finding something else to do because they frighten me.
That is called procrastination.
Yes.
Just dive in, but
No. And actually, Spence, it's not procrastination. I put off procrastination. See, that's one of the things that, you know, I watch Eric do a lot of stuff, and the fact that he just goes, I'm going to just do this, and damn how it turns out. If it turns out good, great. If not, it's a wreck of the disco press or the rust bucket.
it looked like it turned out pretty good before he decided to wreck it.
I know, but that's the thing is he does not hesitate, which is cool. Fortunately, all the attachment points on this canopy are down in the rails. That's a hell of a lot of flash right there. I don't know if you can see it.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
It's clear. Nobody will notice.
I will, because it won't fit right. I just got a visit from a very white, fluffy dog.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
Mine is snoring right now. That's his favorite pastime.
Well, he's older too, isn't he?
He's going on 8.
That's the thing. Is Apollo is, I want to say, 6 months.
Oh, he's still puppy.
Yeah. Which is why he's always wandering around the house going, what's going on? Can somebody play with me? I like to play.
I have a half of a B-17 now.
Wouldn't that be a B8.5?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a ton of flash. Hey, Shu. Shu is now watching instead of streaming.
Cool. What's up, Shu? He finished what he was working on and hauled ass.
Yep.
Okay. A bit of a vomit comet ride here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Which way? This way. This way. Why are you so cattywampus? So yeah, once I get yeah, so once I get that epoxy salt sculpt, dried and sanded, then all that's really left is paint. So
Are you putting a flickering LED in the camp in the?
Pumpkin?
I'm still thinking about when I want to put sound in it, play the Halloween theme or not. I did go ahead and cut out the trellis, so I might do that. But yeah, the neck seam was particularly nasty. So
Does that one bulb go inside the pumpkin?
yeah, it's just a pre flickering LED.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy about it. There we go. Yeah, it's just 2 coin cell batteries. Just turn it on and away it goes.
Cool.
I might, if I put a soundboard in it, then I'll obviously have it run off, different power supply, but because I've got a couple of the Adafruit soundboards that you just literally just a USB plug and upload and you're done kind of thing.
Just dump the sounds into it?
Yep. Wave files, I think. Wave and something else.
So Shu just said that he's getting some airbrushing done. He didn't like the hands on that one. I think on Michael Meyer. And
No, they're not great.
well, Kenny's comment's even funnier. He says, "By the way, guys, the shop will be getting a facelift soon. Don't you have to have a shop to give it a facelift?"
I think he means the HLI shop.
Shh. It was funny what I said.
By the way, Buck, you're out of focus.
Hang on. There you go.
There we go.
It was probably the glare off the canopy when I was looking at it. That's what the flash removed. And I think I'm
Nice.
gonna polish the canopy, get it clear. Then I'm gonna tape around the spots that are not gonna be clear because I'm gonna glue it shut. Just
Kenny, HLI board Michael Myers? Yeah, but remember, music and soundtracks are a little bit iffy.
well,
Yeah,
so
but you can always put the sound on it and just leave that up to the person.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, basically, once I get a Thunder and Lightning board figured out, then it becomes kind of trivial after that for a lot of other things. So,
I want the Thunder and Lightning board to have one thing that you can push on it it comes out with thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. But then that's a copyright issue, isn't it, with Queen?
yeah.
You know, the funny thing about the F-16, guys, it will fly, not for very long, but it will fly with no wings, under its own power.
Fly or controlled fall?
No, fly. It will take off from the ground. It's just that it doesn't have the wings for the control surfaces, and so it'll basically lift off, flip over, and auger in. Because it is a lifting body. You know, for a part that came with, that was not attached to any sprue, there's a lot of sprue points on here to be sanded.
That part didn't come on the sprue at all?
If I remember right, no it didn't.
They probably removed it at the factory then.
Yeah.
And they never do it right.
No, well, fortunately, on this one they didn't, you know, cut into the part when they removed it.
That's good.
Yeah, see that the bottom half of the airplane has, it's attached to a sprue, but I don't think the top was. I'm looking and I don't see any leftover sprue. So if it was on a sprue, there were no other parts with it. Mark said sold a missile. A missile will launch and control and be in controlled flight the entire time.
It's just rocket science.
Yeah, nothing difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Oops. What was masking? What was I doing all that masking for if I missed that part back there, huh?
Yep.
Okay. It is time to take the plunge. Literally. So about to ask, do you guys see where my needle nose or my not needle nose pliers, my tweezers are? Because I couldn't see them.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. No, I don't think he eats this food, to be honest. No, because if he was eating this food, the food would be gone. Because this is like enough food for little dogs.
By the way, don't get mad, but I need to give him a treat too when,
Yeah, but-
when like this size.
No, you give him this. You give him like something like this. You don't.
That one looks. Is it loose?
Because otherwise he goes after my dog. You know what I'm saying? If you give him nothing, then he goes after them. Does that make sense?
Just give him. Don't give him like big pieces. Give him like little bits like this.
No.
Yes, it is happening.
You're not watching me.
Yes, it is.
I gave him a piece
No,
yesterday. It was like this size.
It's fine. Yeah.
By the way, Spence,
Yeah.
did you notice I have the
Sorry.
I'm trying to get
the HR?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why does it not go down?
I don't know why, but I keep that up on all my videos. Trying to get you guys business, I guess.
It's not good behavior. Yes, he is good, but I don't want. I want him when he gets.
In case anybody watching wants a quick tip,
I would be all for it.
get yourself a high polymer eraser,
Yes, he is.
and you can clean off your sanding sticks quite easily.
Really?
It's good to make it when you give them treats.
Yeah.
If you want them to be sitting.
Babe, I'm going to the store.
Gets rid of a lot of the, not all of it, but it gets rid of a
Be back in a second, guys.
good bit of the buildup.
Don't worry, you can stay there.
What you buying, Mom?
I have to go to Sam's store.
I'll have to try that. I have one of those in the game room.
And then we grill, and then
Yeah.
try out there, and you need to.
I saw some, I don't know the name of the channel, the name was in, I think, Japanese, but some Gundam builder, I think he had, I guess they make actual, like, proper erasers for, like, sandpaper and sanding belts and stuff, but he was just using a regular high polymer eraser.
I no longer have liver. I have
Get a
onions.
liver test.
I have onions, no liver.
Man, I think I could go like in November and yeah.
Is Jordan going with you?
No.
Okay.
For a reason. Come on.
By the way, babe,
Yeah. Come on, guys.
I'm gonna need to talk to you.
Come on.
Come on.
Anybody that is in your room.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know he did.
Yeah, when I come home, bring in your room. Come on, Charlie.
He's like Charlie now.
Yeah, I don't know what did to my arm. My arm just,
Uh-huh.
I can't lift my arm.
That's not good.
Yeah. That's
Where's it hurt?
like the whole arm. I can't even lift
You
it.
probably saw it.
Mm-hmm.
You mind me go through?
Yes.
Okay, I saw my shut up.
Can you shut them close them for me?
Yes.
And not tight, just through the back. Yes, not easy to put on. God, my
So it works pretty good. Thanks for the tips, Vance.
Yep. Like I said, they make, I guess, some kind of eraser specifically for sanding films and papers and things, but I found that this works just fine.
I said just for a couple of eggs, that would be.
It does work good.
Yeah.
Well, he'll griddle with you tonight.
Yeah, he will.
Love you, Mom. I'm back. My wife is repairing the rum situation. Actually, she's going to the grocery store and I asked her to pick up something.
Ron?
Rum, whiskey. More likely whiskey. Or I'm not going to channel my inner pit bull fireball.
Yep, Kenny.
See you, Kenny.
That's good.
By the way, you should probably walk instead. Otherwise, you're going to get tired out.
Have a good one, Kenny.
I don't know if Donnie was here last time. Let me see if I can zoom in. But I was working on the quad in this.
Oh yeah,
Focus this horrible.
the engine.
The resin engine.
Yeah.
What is that? About 43 parts?
I'll tell you how many it is here in a second. And I still don't have all those parts on it. I had to buy the copper wire and the rod separate. Let's see.
It looks okay, but it doesn't really look that much more detailed than a decent plastic one.
The plastic one is missing a good bit of detail. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. 1. It's about 45 parts actually.
Jesus.
I'm thinking the plastic one probably doesn't have like the fins near as well on it, on the cylinders.
I can show you part of the plastic one next to it.
I like it, guys.
Nice.
And instead of it's quote unquote water slide. You know, I used the water to get it loose. I'm out of focus again. There. I used the water to get the part loose, and then I actually picked it up after I put super glue over the back of the seat, and I'm gluing it down instead of water sliding it.
Makes sense.
So it's a hybrid water slide CA.
Let me just nip this off because I'm not going to use it.
And since super glue is moisture activated, probably the little bit of moisture left on it helps.
Yep. And it actually was let me move it a little bit too, still.
Let's see here. So there is the resin and there's the plastic. It's kind of hard to see on camera, unfortunately, but
The fins on
the red.
the cooling fins on the cylinders are a lot better on the resin.
Yeah, they
I
are.
mean,
They're a little more detailed.
well, it just focused at the last second there enough to where you could really see it, and I saw no fins on the plastic.
Come on, that way.
Worth it.
Yeah, the cooling fins on the plastic one are bigger.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, but
Actually, that's the key thing. Is it worth it to you? Because
yes.
like we were discussing earlier, once that gets closed up, you may never see it again.
On a 1
Well,
second scale,
Well, the thing is, what I don't like about this kit, what I don't like, is the fact that you had to buy the plastic rod and the copper wire separately. They don't supply it. And I don't know if I'm going to put the wire on there or not. I really don't. If I can do it, I'll do it. But if it's too much of a problem, then no, I won't do it. I know Eric used the plastic kit parts, but I want to try to do the
I
rest.
think he gave up on the resin.
Oh, so you bought copper wire?
That's what it said, copper wire.
Yeah. Well, see, I have the red and the green wrapping wire.
Yeah.
I would have just used some of the red wrapping wire.
To be honest, I probably should have used magnet wire because it's stiff.
Yeah. But, well,
Although
I said wrapping wire. It's actually the magnet wire that I've got.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if this stuff is stiffer. Oh no, this stuff is stiff. Okay, I thought it was floppy, but no, it's stiff. Man, is it tiny.
I'd say the wrapping wire that I have is fairly stiff.
I think I have that same wire. It's what came with the pearl for its wiring. And I've replaced it with the red and green magnet wire just because it's thinner and it gives me color coordination.
I like the magnet wire, but stripping the wire is just a pain in the butt to me.
So if you guys ever buy any of these, I forget who makes these things. Quinta. If you buy any of the Quinta Studio decals like this, it says to trim it really close because of the carrier film, but I'll tell you right now, the carrier film is almost non-existent. I trimmed really close around these parts. These ones that I'm dipping right now, I'm not going to trim any more than that because I should be able to slide the parts off of there. And when you slide them off, just use a pair of pair of tweezers to grab them. is they take a little while to loosen from the paper. It'd probably be sooner if I used hot water. It's so funny watching what's going on the screen because I'm sitting here looking. We all have the same basic tools.
We're all doing the same basic things.
I know. Well, it's funny. We're all doing the same basic things on very different kits.
Yes.
That was loose.
We've been talking to each other long enough that we've all been going, hey, I found this neat nipper, you know, that we've kind of cross-pollinated each other's tools.
Yep. Let's see. It's like mine. I picked up. I think it was 6 of them for like $10. And what's funny, these. And Amazon sells these exact same ones for like $5 a piece.
I got these at Walmart for like $4.
Yeah. Is the spring still good on them?
Yes.
Okay. It looked like they were flopping a little bit.
I got the black ones.
They open further than what the spring reaches. So
Yeah. And I still have my original set. Bought these about 9 years ago. Used them on the Titanic. The only thing wrong with them is the spring is broken. And so I actually used these earlier today. I am liking these cushions. Rather than having a textureless black or olive color, the texture on these things is awesome.
the kit didn't have any texture over there?
No, the kit just had the bare seat. No, the kit
Oh, it didn't have
plastic.
No cushions at all.
Yeah, the kit plastic is just a bare seat. Actually, I just saw something in the camera. This is not lined up. I don't want it to drive there. Yeah, and I don't know if it's coming through on the video. There, you see the texture on the seat, on the cushions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better than just the bare plastic painted black. And then these are the ones that I really bought the kit for.
Oh, those look nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Donnie, I don't think even you could detail paint quite that good.
Is that a challenge?
Sure.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I dare you to. I double dare you to.
Oh, I'm stuck. How about that?
That's pretty. That is actually pretty good. And you hand painted that, didn't you?
No, always.
Oh, actually, that wasn't that photo etch.
Yes. I can't get it in the camera.
I see it. I see it. I remember seeing it before.
No, I wish I painted that.
Well, what you can't do that these things have is the buttons are raised.
Yeah, that's the way this photo etch is. It's actually like 3 layers.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. It doesn't have raised buttons. It just has recessed dials.
Ah. Still, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for like $8, you can't beat it.
No, you can't. Especially, I want to say these were $29 for these decals. And I'm
Yeah, but
guessing.
it's got a lot more in it than just the instrument panel.
Pardon?
See, the one I got was just the instrument panel.
Ah.
Well, the instrument panel and the little middle console thing. That's all it had in it. Yours just got seats and side panels and all kind of stuff.
Yep. D-rings.
But we'd be so proud. I'm using his favorite tool,
The glue looper!
the
Yay!
glue looper.
The glue looper is an awesome tool. I think everybody should be given one with the first model they buy.
I can see that.
This is my glue looper.
Yep. Well, depending on what I'm doing, I do basically the same thing.
Right. I need to try that sometime.
What?
You can just burn the super glue off of that, can't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and I never think about it. I always sit there and scrape it.
I don't know. Sometimes the color of the flame changes a little bit, but
And the color of the needle.
mine's pretty black.
It's not too bad. I mean, you can see down on the floor a little bit where the paint is not the greatest, but it's going to be covered by seats. I have to say though, you probably can't see it on the camera. I can see it with the naked eye though. This one was the one that I used the Dremel on. This one is the one I used only sandpaper. I like this one better.
The sandpaper one?
Yeah, or sanding sticks. But this, it doesn't really matter because the whole thing is going to be underneath decals. So let me make sure that I use the right one, rear cockpit.
What did I do?
Actually, let me do the front cockpit because it's busier. Wow, I just realized something. I didn't even have to paint the sides at all because the whole console is there on both front and rear cockpit.
Okay.
Wow. That's detailed. Every time I look at these things, I find something else that just amazes me on these decals.
Yeah, I love those 3D decals.
Yeah, well, the latest thing that I'd seen it before, but I just now realized it's there. Let me see if I can. You can see the number right here. There are two T handles that are the canopy eject handles. They are tiny.
Have fun putting those on.
Actually, it shouldn't be too bad. It's going to be one of these things if I just put a drop of glue at the base of it and then tack it up, put it on. And then the next time I breathe on it, it's going to fly off and I'll never see it again and I'll be sad. It's got all these nice remove before flight stickers, which I'm not going to be using because I'm going to be putting the guys in the cockpit. Maybe. If I put the guys in the cockpit, I have to paint them. And Eric's not here to say, yes, paint them, yay! It's a mini. I got a question. Do you guys each have a YouTube window open?
No.
That open.
Okay, that means that
Window.
somebody else is actually up watching. Because I have an open YouTube window and it says to watching.
I have the pop out chat open.
That's probably counting as a YouTube window. Which means
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
which means, as far as I can tell, we're the only guys watching ourselves. Is there anybody out there in YouTube land?
Show yourself.
Nope. No answer. So it must just be us. So for no other reason other than saving resources on my computer, I'm going over to Discord. I'm going to flip over the closing screen, and then I'm going to shut down YouTube.
Yeah.
And we can still sit here and model